Happy birthday, everyone, and welcome to the Happy Birthday Podcast with your hosts, Jackie and Dan, the #1 podcast on ApplePodcast.com, dedicated to the birthdays you know and love. So without further ado, take it away, Dan.
Guys, get to the polls. Hawk to the polls and vote. Okay?
Wait, I'm not ready to. You're like doing the podcast. I'm not ready yet.
Oh, welcome to Happy Birthday Podcast.
Well, no, it's okay. You start it. I'll sit.
I
back.
knew I had this one, but these two.
What one are you
like
talking about,
three.
Jack? I don't think people can tell.
I have a big zit on
You
my
sure do.
bald
Do you want me to
spot.
screenshot that or no?
No.
No. Okay. It's that time of the year, you know. The skin just starts to get you're keeping that beautiful pink forehead encased in knit caps.
You know what it is.
Hoods. You're around a lot of deep fryers. Oh, Jackie is showing me a handful of Skittles
Halloween
gummies, Lifesavers
candy.
gummies. That looks like tropical Skittles, and your body is begging to get some of that sugar and colored dye
Shagger?
outside of your body. I knew a lady that pronounced it that way. Shagger.
Shagger.
She was a... I think I've talked about her before. I worked with her at Bleep. She said all sorts of crazy stuff. But she was a diabetic, so she said she can't have no shagger.
Shagger.
I don't know why she pronounced it that way, but she did. She was the one she was the first one to turn me on to the fact that Obama was born in Kenya.
Oh, yeah.
And
I forgot about that.
a couple other fun things along the way. But we're not here to talk about her, are we?
Okay.
We can. I can go on her Facebook right now and tell you what's going on.
No. Is she still diabetic or?
Oh, no. She got that, she got the vaccine. Everyone's always saying vaccine this, vaccine that, but you know, I bet if there was a diabetes vaccine, some of these Trumpers would be the first ones to line up. You know what I'm saying? No offense.
Ozempic.
No offense to our diabetic listeners. But if you are listening to this and you have a low blood sugar episode, that is not our
Get
fault.
your sugars up, bro.
But this might be a low blood sugar episode because it turns out this is the Happy Birthday Podcast with me, your co-host, Dan. November 10th would be my birthday.
And I'm Jackie, October 12th. November 10th, you say?
Jackie, can you clue me into something? What is the day? So that everyone knows the day this is coming out is November 5th.
Yeah.
Probably one of the most important days in our democracy's history.
Yeah, the day
The day
before
we're
voting day.
recording this, though, we have to record a little bit in advance. We don't do a live morning. People, we don't do a live morning show. I know people think that. We don't.
No.
We don't.
We don't. We won't.
November 3rd,
So
we're recording this. Jackie?
In exactly 1 week.
1 week.
It's going to be Dan's November 10th birthday.
Thank you
and
for
you're
putting
gonna
that...
be 29 years
Oh,
old,
yep.
which is crazy.
I was born in the year
2006.
2006. Yeah. Thanks for getting the word out a little early, Jackie, because I want, if you're listening to this, if you've ever listened to this, if you aren't listening to this, whatever, if you want to, it gives you a week to shine a little birthday love my way. You can email me, you can Venmo me. And what's that Venmo name, Jackie, for me?
Daniel-Pasco-5.
You remember? That's so actually is kind of touching to me.
Sorry, that one you can bleep.
Oh God! Stop, Jackie. Before we go further, I did want to mention Paul ain't here.
No,
Producer Paul ain't here. He say he's sick.
Yeah, he's an ill man, and that is fine.
But he's not here. He texted us this morning. He said, "I have a fever. I have a splitting headache." And I said, "Yo, I got a splitting headache, and the only prescription is more cowbell." Oh,
yeah, he
for
did
that
say
shout
that.
out SNL, Jackie.
Yeah,
which you
shout
probably
out
watched
SNL.
last night, right?
I missed it. I was asleep.
Well, It was great. It was hosted by comedian Tony Hinchcliffe, and he did a whole Puerto Rico bit that was very, very funny. And musical guest JoJo Siwa. She debuted her new honky tonk song about finger blasting.
Whoa. Very cool. 2 cups of hot tea.
2 cups of hot tea, huh?
Hot tea. It's pronounced hot tea.
Oh, that reminds me of something. First of all, when you say you have 2 cups of hot tea,
Yeah.
it's what they say is true. You are what you drink.
Hot tea, that's me.
And I am brown coffee. And no,
baby.
the way you were saying, how did you pronounce hot tea again? Because I say hot
tea.
Hot tea. Now that, I don't know if your local NPR affiliate carries this, but there's a BBC program they play in the afternoon here called News Hour.
Okay.
I don't know if you know the BBC News Hour. They're always like,
No.
Big council flat election coming up in Middlesbrough as Jeremy Corbyn spalls with a feisty chimney sweep over the final scone. Right?
Yeah, we don't
British
have that
stuff
shit
I'm
up here.
talking. But the people, it's not just one host. There's multiple hosts on there.
Yeah.
And I get that it's part of their accent, but all of them, instead of pronouncing it News Hour, it's always News-a.
Newsa.
And it kind of ticks me off. You're listening to
Yeah,
news.
that's two syllables that they're just mashing into one.
Thank you. And you're listening to News-a. Like, no, I'm not.
What are you, Australian?
Jack.
Get it together.
We'll cut that bit. I wanted to cut the whole thing. What can I keep? What can I hold on to here? What can I give right now to the listeners? I'm in a giving mood. I'm giving mother. I'm giving cunt. How do I keep giving those things?
Yeah. I'm gonna say I bet that cunt is gonna be a bad word again in the next calendar year.
It might be time to start making calendar year predictions, hey?
Oh, let's.
I get that, but I feel like I have female friends, so I'm allowed to say it.
Yeah, and I get that.
And if you want to guess which celebrity has a birthday, we can do that. We will also give you important election news later on. I also have a couple topics not related to celebrity birthdays that I would like to address later on. But before we do that, we can guess which celebrities have a birthday today. Famous jolly good fellows, we like to call them. I also have a couple birthday news items pulled up, and I don't know if you want to get into those or not.
All right. I'm going to say, let's see. Last week you did.
Do you want me to go first?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay, go ahead.
Go get some coffee.
Can I hit you with the headlines I have?
Sure.
We don't have to read these articles right now. Maybe we save these for the patrons or something. But I got Manhattan Zoo to celebrate 70th birthday of Susie the Chimp.
Aw.
This is from June, but I think it's still kind of fresh news. And then coming out of unilad.com, we have horrifying moment. Man got torn apart by jealous chimpanzees after he delivered cake to his former chimp pet.
Yeah.
St. James Davis is his name, I guess. St. James Davis had lived with his pet chimp for 30 years before he was attacked by 2 other viscous animals. I don't know about this website. This might not be legit.
Okay.
Did you hear that they killed some guy's squirrel? That's like the big thing right now. Some guy's squirrel got schmucked.
Bob Ross?
No, I got to get some more coffee. All right. Then we'll be ready to start this thing. Hey, Jackie.
Hey. Hello?
Jackie, I have to step outside of the studio for a moment. Can you please keep things going? Well, it should only be about 33 seconds before I'm back, okay?
Yeah.
Maybe spin a record, maybe give the weather report, maybe give like a women's advice.
Oh, yeah. No, I will
Women's
spin a record.
advice. Okay.
That's a good idea. Let's see. For women's advice, I would suggest listening to Christmas music And today's Christmas song is Sympathy for the Grinch by 100 Gex. Let's give that a listen.
Wanted some speakers, Xbox and t-shirts. I've been good like every single day. Looked under my tree, my box was empty. Santa made an enemy that day. What the fuck? Done being jolly, time to be naughty. Think it's time we settle up the score. Fill up the wish list, let's cause some mischief. Grab my keys, I'm heading out the door. I've been good for way too long. Gonna get this shit I want. Never gave me a goddamn thing that I want. I was good every day, but he didn't give a fuck.
Oh, turn that crap off.
Back of the truck. Santa's banging on the back of the trunk. Never gave me a goddamn thing that I want. I was good every day.
What is that, 69 Gex?
It is 69 Gex.
Oh, turn that crap off, Jackie. It's my birthday season. It's
Christmas
Scorpio
music.
season. I was hoping you're going to put on a little bit of Electric Blues. Our next tune is coming to from Secretary of State Anthony Blinken. It is called the Hoochie Boochie. I'm the Hoochie Kombucha man. That'll be my Portland blues guy persona.
Yeah, I
the
like
Hoochie
that.
Kombucha man. Oh, Jackie, I did want to say, because we were talking about people.
Yes, of course. Yes.
Do you know about Carl Bonak?
Yes. I've been getting a lot of mail in the mail about him.
Was
and
for our...
actually, I'll just finish saying that.
Yeah. I'll sit back and let you
Recently, we got a bunch of these mailers. It was like Carl Bonak is a Nazi. It was like his big bald head, and then they used that to fill the text in it. So like Nazi, abortion hater, like all this other stuff. And we were like, Dan would love this. And it really stinks that he hasn't been getting this mail.
Oh, I've been getting it.
Really?
Different mail, but...
Not the specific Carl Bonak.
No, not that at all. No, but I did want to say, if you don't know, Carl Bonak was a sort of local legend in Upper Michigan. He was on the TV,
Oh, yes.
TV weatherman for our entire lives, I want to say, as long as I could remember.
Yeah.
And he got disgraced during the COVID pandemic. He would not take the poison shots, and so he left. He quit via Facebook, I want to say.
Something like
I
that,
believe he
yeah.
quit via Facebook. He's running for local office. Sounds like he might be a bit of a wingding.
He's running for state representative.
I saw, which honestly, I mean, he represents it pretty fucking good. Let's just say that. There was an article. There's a big British media outlet called The Independent, and they did an article about him. They were like, crazy QAnon weatherman running for office in Michigan. And I was like, what? That's Carl Bonak.
What?
All right. Who cares? Should we guess which celebrities have a birthday today?
Stop doing that.
What?
You keep saying stuff and then being like, well, just cut it. Who fucking cares? No one wants to hear about it.
Yeah, but you've heard
You
everything.
have to keep some of it in. I didn't know that the Independent did a thing about the QAnon.
Pull it up.
Freaking weatherman.
Pull it up
meteorologist
and read it
Carl
in a
Bonak.
British accent. We're doing news.
Welcome to News.
Well, they don't sound like Eric Cartman.
Welcome to News.
guys. All right, let me see. Before we guess which celebrity has a birthday today, I want to check
I'm
my
gonna
notes real quick. You're going to say, go ahead. Oh, I remember what I was going to say. You go ahead first.
Let's see. Last week you did Marge Simpson's husband. This week I'm gonna say.
Can you remember his name for bonus points?
Castanana.
Yay!
And then this week I'll say something less syllabic, something more in the vein of a John Smith or Chico, something like that. Dan's scratching his nose, so I'm gonna guess I'm wrong.
It was less of a scratch and more of a booger swipe.
Oh yeah.
But you're a good body language expert. Yeah, when I tilt my head back and scratch my nose, that's a dead on tell that you are not so much in the John Marks or Chico Smith area.
Okay.
But who do you can you put a proper guess in though? Because that was
Sure.
kind of like a floater that you put out there, and we don't want floaters. We want
No.
Sinkers.
Hard, solid guess.
Sink my battleship.
Battleship. I would
Battleships.
say.
I like to call it BS. That game.
Frank Caliendo.
Oh!
From TV.
That is the 20th time that you have guessed Frank Caliendo. Not even just it's somebody's birthdays, but just as a you're like.
And when will it be his turn? Honestly.
Should we look that up, or do you want? Is that spoiler? I don't think we should do spoiler.
Well, if it's not him, then.
Well, it's not. Oh, sorry. me. Let's try that again. Maybe the wrong noise buzzer is getting a little grating. What? Did you snot in yourself?
I made a bad tea. I did 2 weird flavors together and it turned out bad. Ugh. Oh, it's rotten.
What flavor?
It's nasty.
What flavors did you put together?
I did organic anise mint licorice with organic black tea vanilla. And it tastes like shat. Tastes like brown shat.
Oh,
Let me try it again. Maybe it'll be good this
No,
time.
it's not going to be good. Stop drinking that. No, don't.
Oh,
no.
God, it tastes like rag water.
You have
Oh, it tastes
anise
like a
and
mop
vanilla
bucket.
in there all together. Why would you do that?
Let me try this one again. This one's good. This one I did.
You're combining
guess?
flavors? I don't hardly ever do that, really, at all.
I have remember I told you I bought some vanilla and they sent me all this weird tea, so I've been trying to
I don't remember.
get through it. So this one is
Hey, aren't we all
I
trying to
don't know
get through
what
it
this
right
is.
now?
Oh, this one is just I Love Lemon is what it's called. And then the other one is organic nettle lemon verbena birch.
Oh, I'm more of a. I had ginger tea before we started. Okay, I did.
ginger.
And I don't usually combine flavors. I'll just double up on the bags, make it a little stronger. You know, at nighttime I like to
know.
use. I will endorse kava stress relief tea. It makes you trip balls and fall asleep.
Nice.
Except for the trip balls part, and usually not the fall asleep part either. But you said you think it's Frank Caliendo's birthday. I'm looking him up. Frank Caliendo, you might know from Mad TV, where he played football on Mad TV, and he's born the 19th of January, which is your husband's birthday. It's coming up.
Not quite, but
I know, but like,
close.
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
No.
not
But I'll
him.
say this. The guy we're looking for, and it is a guy.
Yeah.
It's a famous man.
Famous man. Okay.
1-syllable first name, 3-syllable last name. So not too heavy on it's not quite a Dan Castellaneta, but a little bit shy of a Frank Caliendo, but a little bit above a Chico Marx, a Zeppo Marx, something like that. So who is it, Jack?
You said a 1 and then a 3?
Yep, and he born. I'll give you some more clues about what he did in his achievements of life, but he born on this day, 1941. Think about that.
And what kind of a guy was he?
You tell me what kind of guy you think he is, and I'll say if you're right.
I'm guessing he was like a ladies' man, kind of like a
Keep going though. Keep
like
going.
an author.
He's like an author, but not an author. He might have written a
he
book, actually.
Is he a singer?
Yes.
Singer?
Yes.
Singer? Okay. Okay, so we're talking to really old singers. It's like a Frank Sinatra.
According to his Wikipedia, not really an author. Oh no, he's written some poems, and he's an avid reader, and according to Wikipedia, a bibliophile. So I'm not the one making that accusation. That's out here on public record for everyone to see.
So he's a reader, a writer, a singer.
And it says here, born in New York City, New York. The city's so nice they named it, and his father was a traveling salesman.
And hit me with that date of birth year one more time, please.
1812. Sorry, I messed up from daylight savings time. 1941. Speaking of daylight savings time,
son of a salesman.
how are you doing with the new daylight savings time system?
I slept in. It was great.
I did too, big time. But you know, it's not like it's not the 1 hour
40s.
shift anymore. It's the 1 minute a day for 60 days thing they're doing.
40s singer.
I
So
think
he was a
you're-
singer in like the 60s.
Absolutely, yes. Think about those decades. Think about singing. Do you think he was a member of a band? Do you think he was solo, or do you think he might
I'm
have
getting
been
solo vibes. Was he in a band?
here's where
Was
things...
it like him and the things? Him and the blanks? This guy in the...
No, but there were a lot of
Planets.
great bands from that era with those sort of naming conventions. Who are some that you can think of, just so our listeners can listen to them
Jackie
later?
and the Ringtones, Dan Daniels and the Southern Gents, of course.
Yep. Well, how come we haven't started a band called Jackie and the Ringtones? What the hell,
I
man?
just made it up.
Here's where things get a little sticky, but I think that the stickiness is actually going to help you. No, I think the stickiness is going to help you.
Okay.
Because right now, you've probably applied baby powder. There's not much adhering to you right now. So I want to get a little bit of some goo on there, a little bit of bugawage in the proceedings. Ready for this?
Okay. Yes.
Okay. He's done some solo stuff, but definitely not known for being solo. But not what I would call part of a band either.
All right.
And this, you might be able to walk the yellow brick road to victory right now with your little dog Toto. He's not in Toto.
I am having very deja vu. Have we had this conversation before?
We have, yeah. You were asking me about what you were asking me to describe the plot of The Wizard of Oz one time.
No.
You said, Jackie, there's yellow brown road and
no.
dog.
Okay, wait.
Oh.
That freaked me out. So this is the guy from Toto, or?
Well, we've done this 155 times. So, no, it's not the guy from Toto, but I think I've told... Here's where you're getting deja vu. I think that you're thinking of when I told you 2 years ago when I saw the Ringo Starr COVID super spreader event, the guy from Toto was one of his guitar players, and he was one of the best guitar players I've ever seen in my life.
No, like the entire sentence from Yellow Brick Road onward, I've heard verbatim before.
I said Yellow Brick Road in the Marvin Gaye's dad thing from a few weeks ago. They're now holding hands in the yellow brick road of heaven. They are friends again.
Okay, what are the clues we've discussed so far?
Actually, that's going to be me. I was going to scream, I don't care about your deja vu, but I stopped myself to be nicer to you.
He was a
don't care
singer in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah.
He sang Goodbye Yellow Brick Road.
No.
He was in Toto.
No.
He...
Think about what I said where it's not...
a solo artist, but he sings with the band, like Bruce Springsteen.
No, but no. I got to rephrase that. Either you misinterpreted or I said it wrong or both.
Both, yeah.
Listeners, hit that comment button and say who was wrong and who was right. I think I know the answer, but I'll let you decide. I said not known for solo work, although I do think he's done a smattering of it.
Okay.
But not really a member of a band.
Not a member of a band. Not known for solo work.
So not like...
Does he have a clone of himself? How does that work?
Probably, but that's not what I'm thinking of.
Michael Jackson?
No. Maybe think about... You could call this a band, but it's kind of small for a band that he was a part of.
Oh, so it's like a two-piece?
Yes.
Okay, that's a band. White Stripes band.
I have thoughts
Hundred
about
Gex band.
I don't want to spoil it for you. I have thoughts about why this is not a band, but I'll tell
Okay.
you. The Black Keys band, and you were going to go see them on their new Crypto is Awesome tour, weren't you?
Is that two guys?
Yeah.
No.
You thought
really?
it was two women?
I thought it was like 4 or 5 guys.
No.
Oh, it's
That's why no one wants to go see their
guys?
friggin' concerts, because the albums are all overdubbed
No bass.
and
Yeah.
you know, that kind of shit. But you don't want to go
Yeah, I
see a
do.
couple losers, some guy with some... Sorry, I shouldn't call them losers. I'm sorry, I take that back. Dan Auerbach, if you're listening from one day into another, you very cool. I love your blues rock.
You're very cool.
You're
Okay,
very
so
cool.
this is an old dude from a 2-piece rock band.
I don't know
Not
about
really a
rock.
band.
I don't know about rock.
Don't know about rock. Don't know about band. So it was like...
Don't take
was it
that out
one
of
those
context. I do know about rock.
Was it one of those situations where, like, remember when... who was it? Was it P. Diddy? Which guy had another guy following him around with a little umbrella, and he would, like, dance in the background of all of his...
That was Sean Puff Daddy Combs, yeah.
Is this
It's
a
not like
situation
that.
like that? Okay.
Maybe that's kind of the same relationship as like Kid Rock and Joe C, right? Right?
Joe C.
Or like a Zeppo and Chico sort of thing. And I will say, you know,
Two-piece non-band.
I feel, I just
40s.
think for me, I feel that when Paul is here, he kind of likes the guessing to keep moving along. But when it's just you and me, we can just spread out.
It's nice for me. It's, yeah, because what the hell are you
It's a
even talking
guessing
about?
game show.
Who What kind of music did they play? May I ask?
Pretty soft, kind of folky.
Simon and Garfunkel.
Yep. Which one?
Simon.
Oh, Jackie.
Oh, Garfunkel.
Yes.
That's a band. That's a fucking rock band.
That's
dude.
not a band. One guy plays guitar, one guy sings. They both sing, but
duet. A rock duet.
yeah,
like a hard
not
rock
a band.
Duet.
You can't call Simon and Garfunkel a band. Listeners, this is where I want you to chime in. Can you
I
call
would
Simon and
think of them
Garfunkel
as
a
a
band? They have plenty of recordings that have other instrumentation, drums, bass, castanetas, all that kind of stuff. But Simon
I think that you're being a little bit too rigid for the conversation. I will say that.
yeah, well, you're not the first woman to tell me that. But guess what?
Yeah.
After this week, you women ain't gonna be able to say nothing. It's
Get
gonna
all
be
your
the
music opinions
Handmaiden's
out
Tales,
now.
Jackie.
Yeah, well.
Simon and Garfunkel.
Happy birthday, which
Well,
one?
Art Garfunkel, I guess. Art Garfunkel. So I guess you didn't really get his whole... Did you know his name was Art Garfunkel?
Yeah, Art Garfunkel and Simon Pegg. Or
Jackie.
Paul Simon.
Yeah.
Sorry, Carly Simon. Are they twins?
Yes, all three of those guys are twins. They're all British twins. This has been News Act. Thank you for tuning
Wait,
in.
are they British?
No.
No,
Garfunkel,
no.
I said, was born in New York City. I don't think you've listened to a word I said.
So
Avid
British
reader.
twin is when it's triplets. Is that what you're saying? It's two boys, one girl triplet. Carly Simon, Simon Pegg, Simon Cowell,
Are,
Art Garfunkel.
or what?
British twins, which is triplets in America.
Yes,
It's
that
different
is what I was
overseas.
saying. Thank you for putting it into clearer terms.
You're welcome.
That anus tea is getting to your head, girl.
Yeah.
You can't be. I will take the tea challenge later. Listeners, on our bonus afterbirth episode, patreon.com/HBDPOD, $1
You're
a
going to
month.
take tea?
Yeah. I am. And I'm
Hell
going to
yeah,
try to
dude.
get down to an A cup if I can, but I don't know if it's going to happen overnight. But listeners, I will post a video of me laying in bed overnight to see if my breasts shrink.
Oh.
No, I won't. But
Okay.
I will say, I was going to say I'm going to try to combine two teas to make a disgusting flavor.
Yeah. Let me
Take
tell
the
you.
tea challenge.
It can be done.
Yeah, I believe you. So Garfunkel,
Nice. I love them.
you do.
He
I think Paul does too, but he's not here to chime in about that.
I love them. I love Paul Simon. I didn't really know anything about Art Garfunkel's solo career. I haven't really gotten into that.
Really?
Truly.
Let's see here. Well, he's did discography, Art Garfunkel discography. He did an album called Angel Claire. He did an album called Breakaway. I've heard about that one. He did an album called Watermark, probably dedicated to the new $20 bill. He's got actually quite a few. Oh, he's got a song, or he's got an album called Songs from a Parent to a Child.
Oh, that's cute.
If you want a chance to look it up, the album cover for Songs from a Parent to a Child, Art Garfunkel has a son who looks exactly like him. Same hair, same clothes, and his son, Art Garfunkel, is lovingly putting his hand over his son's back while his son leans over a bridge and vomits.
Oh, no.
So, yeah. Here's what I want to do, Jackie.
Yeah, tell me.
You look at the Art Garfunkel Wikipedia. You do, when you're preparing to
I
do a
do.
segment like this, sure.
Mhm.
And there's kind of a few interesting things to say about him. He kind of fits into the category of a sort of unfairly maligned sidekick, right? Don't you think?
Yeah. I
He's kind of
guess,
become
yeah.
a bit of a punchline. I mean, it's a funny sounding name. I think that's part of it. Which, you know, maybe that's cruel to say, but it's
Yeah.
Garfunkel. And
It's funky.
well, yeah. All right.
Yeah.
But you know, he's a talented, interesting individual. I think, like I said, his father was a traveling salesman. Something I did not know until I looked at this Wikipedia article is he's a very good basketball player, like schoolyard basketball.
Oh.
Hard to believe, huh? So kind of the
That's cool. Is
Larry
he tall?
Bird of the 1960s folk scene. No, I'm getting 4 foot even on height here, so I don't know what's up with that. I don't know how tall he is. I don't
You're
have a
on the
height.
Sabrina Carpenter Wikipedia page again.
Oh my God, you're obsessed. And I am, but it's not Wikipedia, if you know what I mean.
Oh,
It's WikiLeaks. Sabrina
Stinkopedia.
Carpenter. He departed from Paul Simon to become a film actor for a time. So kind of the
Oh, what was he in?
Saturday Night Live.
Stop.
He was on the second episode ever.
Really?
Yes.
As a cast member?
Yes. He only
Or
lasted
a
the one
guest.
episode. He was we don't only got it flagged for misinformation. He was a guest. Paul Simon was a host. They actually did a Simon and Garfunkel reunion, and it's like a bunch
Nice.
of songs and hardly no skits at all.
Oh,
I know.
that.
And he was in a movie called Catch-22.
Hmm.
He was in a movie called Carnal Knowledge, which is
Colonel Knowledge.
Yep. I'm Colonel Knowledge in the pantry with the bludgeoner, right? And a few other movies. Blah, blah, blah. A movie called Bad Timing, which is a documentary about Paul telling jokes.
Paul Simon. Then.
Jackie, I didn't come here to talk about anything that I've been talking about so far. Oh, except I was going to say he left music to become an actor. He's kind of the Ice-T of his day. And one last little bullet point from his, because there's a lot of information. I can't read it all, but there is a list of personal life, interesting things, and apparently he goes on huge long walks. He likes to walk all across the country sometimes.
That's cool.
From 1983 to 1997, Garfunkel walked across the United States.
What? Like Forrest Gump?
Yes.
Which I've never seen.
It should have been Simon and Gump.
Gumpfunk.
Gumpfunkel. You've never seen
Yeah.
that piece of crap movie?
I haven't. Isn't that not
You-
so?
That's like your era, girl. Sorry, I shouldn't
Yeah.
have said girl.
It's okay.
Listen, little lady. You march right down to the red box right now, and you check out the VHS copy of Forrest Gump. I'll wait.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's been said before by rock critics and music fans alike, Garfunkel has a certain Gumpian charm, but the walking, the acting, the singing, I don't want to focus on any of that today for this segment on Professor Garfunkel. Or, not professor, but
Yeah.
he's a father.
Daddy
Well,
Garfunkel. Or Uncle.
Uncle Garfunkel. Simon and Garfunkel, uncle to uncle. No, Garfunkel it's like a jungle to jungle, but it's about how different it is to go from one uncle's house to another,
Yeah. Oh boy, is it.
Here's what we're going to do. Now, typically,
Okay.
this is the point in the show where everything comes to a halt, and I would read a written piece, probably called The Birthday Bio of Art Garfunkel.
Garfunkel, yeah.
Am I a Garf uncle?
Yes.
Okay. But we're going to do it a little bit different today.
Okay.
But there will be, if not a written piece, a writing piece.
Okay.
Jackie? So many great Simon and Garfunkel songs over the years. I Am the Rock,
Cuckoo Cuckoo.
Mr. Robinson. Their first big hit, the one that put them on the map, the one that put them on the charts, the one that brought them fame and stardom that lasts to this day. A song called, ironically enough, no pun intended, The Sound of Silence. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Looks like I'm seeing you again. You know the song, right? Listen.
Yeah, the sound of
check.
snowplows.
Well, Jackie,
Dan.
according to my research on episode 111 of this podcast, an episode entitled Rotten Gumballs, published on April the 9th of this calendar year, you regaled us with an idea for a song parody along the lines of The Sound of Silence, but it's about the winter weather, and it's called The Sound of Snowplows. Jackie?
Yes. I do recall.
Winter is coming.
Boy, is she.
We are going to finish writing The Sound of Snowplows today.
Okay.
All right. And
Let's do it.
Okay. So I think the last time we talked about The Sound of Snowplows, I mentioned something about how you should keep working on it. And you were like, oh, I got more. And I didn't really believe that. And I think that was correct to not believe.
If I did have more, I didn't write it down, or I don't know where it is because I have no recollection of there being more.
I also, before we move forward with it, do we base it on the original by Simon and Garfunkel, or do we try to incorporate the feeling of the cover by Disturbed? Have you heard that?
Oh, I do like that one. I do like that one. Yeah. I like watching videos of it on YouTube with like a group of my friends.
Right. Okay, you had me worried there for a minute, Jack Lyon, that you did have perfect music aesthetic choices like me. Because it sucks so bad.
It's not that bad.
Listeners, comment below.
Listeners, allow a little bit of una poca de cringe in your life.
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
The sound of snowplows. So it's kind of like what I remember you doing was sort of an upper Michigan accent sort of thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And do you want to like localize it to sort of Marquette area UP stuff, or should we make it a little more? I mean, because everyone who's lived in the winter weather can relate to snow on the road,
right.
Stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But do we want specific geographic references? What do we want here?
I'd say UP specific, probably, because that's kind of my wheelhouse.
Right.
I don't know much about the outside world, per se.
Well, you were raised to be that way, to not know much about the outside world. Is that fair to say?
Quite.
Speaking of localized things, listeners can't see this. Shout out. I will put this on the internet as a shout out. I'm wearing a t-shirt from Cal's Party Store, Marquette, Michigan. No, a party store is not a store where you get balloons and clown outfits. It is a store that is pretty much like a small grocery store / convenience store with beers and meat and cookies.
It's like a liquor store with pasties.
Yes, and shout out Cal's. Please, if Cal's, if I tag you in this, if I make a post about this and I tag you, you have to share the post. You have to share this shout out. And shout out to your pasties. They are, if listeners don't know what that might be, it is a flaky meat pie that is it's warm. It's like a big warm meat diaper that you can eat, and they have it in a paper bag. It's ready to go. It's under the heat lamp. You grab it. You can get some packets of ketchup. You can get a plastic fork. You can eat it anywhere you want. You can walk down the street eating this thing. No one can stop you from doing that. So shout out Cal's Party Store. I used to live quite close to it. I don't anymore. Probably never will. I mean, I might live in Marquette again, but probably not that close to Cal's. But you never know, because anyway. Jackie.
Yeah.
Can we tighten that up a little bit?
Oh, yes.
Hey, this is Dan from Happy Birthday Podcast. I just want to say my favorite store is Cal's Party Store. It is the highest prices in South Marquette for all of your... Wait, hold on. Calm down. I might have to go pee.
How long is it going to take us to write a whole parody song? Are we starting from scratch here?
Well, can you remember what you started with?
I really think that was just a vibe, but let me... Oh, do I still have... Yeah, I still have original.
Let me go pee, and I'll be right there, okay?
Okay.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again, because a vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping, and the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sound of silence.
Okay, and then we have...
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again, because a vision softly creeping
I do
left
genuinely
its
think this
seeds
is
while
lovely.
I was sleeping, and the vision that was planted in my brain still remains silence. In restless dreams I walked alone.
Okay, so if we base it on this version, I could sing it. We could do we do the folk version that you sing, and then I do the. Well, but you like this version better though. But you don't have the voice
It's
for
lovely.
it.
It's lovely.
I turn my collar to the cold.
Why did they do it like this? Like they should have done a cool yeah, like a grunge version of it, but they made it sound like some sort of like the soundtrack for a movie about a Viking battle.
Hello, darkness, my old
So you say hello winter, my old friend, right?
Right.
I've come to talk with you again.
Hold on.
Because a vision softly creeping.
I also have the lyrics pulled up. We don't have to listen to the
sleeping.
whole song.
And the vision.
And I know, you know what? If we need to, we're going to do quite a bit of it right now, but if we need to, we can leave and come back to it. You know what I'm saying?
Let's do this like Mad Lib style.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. Do we just go hello, winter, my old friend?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Hello, winter, my old friend.
It's Heike Lunta time again.
It's Heike Lunta time again. What is Heike Lunta, Jackie?
Heike Lunta is the Finnish god of snowfall. He comes around about October 31st, usually.
Yeah.
And he comes around to sauna and take a bath and hit himself with the cedar bomb, and then the snow comes.
When I was growing up and I heard about Heikki Lunta, I genuinely thought it was like some ancient Finnish folklore.
Yeah.
But I think it's something someone made up in like the 60s
It's modern
or 70s.
Finnish
Yeah,
folklore.
I didn't know
Yeah.
that. Okay, so you're onto something. It's Heikki Lunta time again. Because a vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping. Gross. Because of it. So the words, we don't have to like word for word nail it, but it's like because of it.
Venison?
Okay, because of venison. Do we go venison right on the third lyric? Because I mean, we can alter it as we go. I'll pencil in venison with a question mark.
Okay.
And then the next lyric, and the vision that was planted in my brain still remains with the sound of silence, excuse me.
Okay, we say, and the sauna that was steaming in my brain
And the
still
sauna
remains.
that was steaming up my brain
Yeah.
still remains within the sound of snowplows. Okay. So, verse 1. So far we have, hello, winter, my old friend. It's Heikki Lunta time again. Venison, question mark. And the sauna that was steaming up my brain still remains within the sound of snowplows. Okay. In restless dreams, I walked alone, narrow streets of cobblestone. I was thinking something there like, 2-lane roads I drove alone. Fucking road is fucking froze or something. I don't even want to say fucking in the song at all, let alone twice in one lyric, but.
You could say, and the road was nearly froze.
The road was, okay. Radio edit.
Or
So can I say
super froze.
on 2-lane or 4-lane? What's funnier?
2 lanes funnier.
2-lane roads I drove alone. The fucking road was nearly froze. Can I say fucking or no?
I don't know.
The goddamn road was something the road. I'll just put the question marks. Road was nearly froze.
Bumpy.
The bumpy road. Yeah, bumpy's a funny word. So you don't have to swear to be funny, Jackie. I tell you this every fucking night. Every night I tell you this.
Every night before bed, Dan calls me. He says, remember, clean jokes are funny too.
Yeah. I got a whole book of them to prove it. All right. Okay, we are getting there. The bumpy road was nearly fucking froze. Neath the halo of a street lamp, I turned my collar to the cold and damp. What kind of emo shit is this
Beneath
song, dude?
the halo of a street lamp could be...
Behind some... Wait, no. It doesn't have to rhyme with lamp, but like some imagery related to that, right?
I like damp though. That's a good word.
Damp is a good, yeah. Cold and damp too is, I mean, that we might as well leave cold and damp in there. Do we need Paul Simon's permission to do this?
Oh no.
Okay, that's good.
So okay, we're driving down the road. It's bumpy, nearly froze. Neath the halo of
my heated
billboard.
Seat. The halo of a Bonac billboard. No, wait. Wait, what rhymes? But you still want to keep damp in there, don't you? We could say damp and cold. Neath the halo of a Culver's sign. Wait. Wait.
We could say.
We can come back to this too if we're stuck.
Neath the halo of a street lamp. In the driveway of a.
Oh, in the driveway of a. In the drive-through or drive-through?
Drive-through.
In the
Culver's.
drive-through of a Culver's.
Yeah.
Okay. Which I actually, when I was listening to this last night, I was kind of, I don't know, sometimes the phrasing of certain lyrics gets under my collar, no pun intended.
Yeah.
And I don't like in this song to go, "'Neath the halo of a street lamp." It's like,
yeah,
they put way too much on A. It's like, just don't put A.
No, I like that. I do that.
You know, I could teach Paul Simon a couple things about writing a song people want to listen to. Okay.
In the drive-through of a
Culver's. We got, I don't know how you get damp in there. My damp.
We don't have to do damp.
Okay. What rhymes with Culver's, though? That's kind of hard.
Culver's rhymes with.
Mulva?
No.
If you said it like you're from Boston. Mulva.
Because what's happening in the drive-through that relates to it being wintertime?
Right.
In the drive-through of a Culver's, something about like your 4-wheel drive goes out, or
Are we on the wrong foot with the Culver's drive-through?
No, because we're
Okay.
driving on the bumpy road. We pull into the Culver's drive-through. Behind us, there's a cop.
Okay.
Undercover rhymes with Culver's.
Okay.
There's a policeman undercover.
In the drive-through of a Culver's, there's a state boy who's undercover.
Yeah.
Can I say that, state boy?
I think you can.
People know what that means.
Oh yeah,
Who
every
is
state's got a state boy.
Undercover. Okay. When my eyes were stabbed by the flash of a neon light that split the night and touched the sound of silence. So that kind of fits because the officer's shining a flashlight in the guy's eyes, but we want to tweak it a little more than that, right? When my eyes were stabbed by the
What's the? Hold on, let me hear the.
The halo of a street lamp. I turned my collar to the cold and damp. When my eyes were stabbed by the flash of a.
When my eyes were stabbed by the flash of a snowplow light that split the night.
Okay.
Or the eyes were stabbed by the flash of a yellow light. What do snowplows have? They have those
They're like
green.
They're kind of like greeny, beigey sort of.
Neon light works. We could just leave that line.
Yeah.
My eyes were stabbed by the flash of the neon light that split the night and touched the sound
My
of
fucking eyes were
snowplows.
stabbed. When my eyes were stabbed by the flash of the blink of a Elon Musk, that split the night. I think we could do something. We'll leave it for now, but I think we could kind of goof up that split the night a little bit. And touched the sound of snowplows. Okay?
Instead of that split the night, we could say, I spilt my pop.
See, that's the good thing about reading the lyrics is seeing how split looks like spilt. Especially neon light. I spilt. It doesn't rhyme with neon light, though.
I spilt my Sprite.
Spilt my Sprite. That's it. All right.
The
We
sound
are.
of snow.
Oh, you just cracked this thing wide open. Spilt my Sprite. Okay.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Sorry, that one really got me.
2 verses in. image in my head, too, of just, like, dumping a fucking clear pop on your jeans in the cold-ass car. Oh! I spilled my spray.
Okay.
Weird Al could never. Fuck. Okay, we're doing good. We're only an hour and a half in. 3 more verses.
Okay.
And in the naked light I saw 10,000 people, maybe more. How do they pull off that rhyme? I saw, maybe more. God damn.
Okay.
People talking without speaking, people hearing without listening. But okay, so that's, and in the naked light I saw 10,000 people, maybe more.
Okay, and in the Youper light, no, and in the Youper dome I saw 10,000 people, maybe more.
Maybe
people.
And in the Youper dome I saw 100, could be 100 people.
100 people, maybe.
People, probably less. 100 people with my ma. No, hold on. Should I say maybe more? Maybe more? Maybe more. How do they, can you play that? I want to hear how they pull off that rhyme.
And in the naked light I saw 10,000 people, maybe more.
Oh, they don't even try
more.
to.
They say more.
What I would have done, I would have went, and in the naked light I saw.
And in the Youper dome I saw 100 people, maybe ma.
Maybe ma.
People talking without speaking. People hearing without listening. People writing songs that voices never shared.
No one dared.
I hit a deer.
Okay, so people something without.
This is a big line. I feel like this is an important line in the song.
Something, 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 something.
People plowing without. Wait. People
sledding without snow pants.
We can maybe improve on that, but I like that. People sledding without snow pants. Oh, because, we're in the Youper Dome here.
People.
Why are they sledding in the dome?
Right.
I don't know, but
People.
you can sled off the dome if it's snowing enough.
It doesn't have to be people. It could be like.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be people. They could be Youpers.
Youpers.
Happy birthday, Art
People
Garfunkel.
People sledding without snow pants. Youpers.
Can I hit you real quick to a little palate cleanser? I have the Garfunkus Wikipedia pulled up, and I'll keep this brief. This is just the first paragraph of his personal life section. Garfunkel married Linda Marie Grossman, an architect, in Nashville on October the 1st, 1972, and they divorced in 1975. He has claimed that not only did he not love her, he did not even like her much.
Oh, man.
Okay. All right.
Been there.
Yeah, well.
Something about the craft show. The TV6 craft show.
Okay, yeah. And in the Youper Dome, I saw the TV6 craft show.
TV6 holiday craft show. And happy birthday, Art
Garfunkel. And we will be right back, and we will finish off this song the first chance we get. Should we call Paul in now, or should we wait?
I bet he's sleeping like a baby.
Okay, well, we'll take a little break, and we'll be right back. Jackie, let's face it. It happens to every guy at some point in his life. His penis breaks clear off of his body.
Oh, no.
It could be from, slamming it in the car door after a trip to the nude beach.
Yeah.
An unfortunate encounter with a snapping turtle. Or even just cranking on Bobo above and beyond the Call of Duty.
Yeah.
But now I couldn't be more excited to tell you our new sponsor, the Penis Regrowth System. PRS is a little pill that you take, and your penis will start to blossom again from where it had been rubbed. Maybe it was rubbed smooth by a bike seat, something like that. Maybe you just sat too long in your truck in jeans that were too tight. That can happen too. It can either snap off, it can recede into your body. Something can happen where your penis is just gone. It's not there anymore. Maybe you are in the bathtub, seeing how far you can stretch it when you're fully flaccid, like a piece of gum. I don't know what you did, but I know that it's gone. It's clean off your body. But now we have the Penis Regrowth System, PRS. Use code HBD at checkout, and you will get 2 penis regrowth pills. Take one of these pills, and over the next year, a small flesh bud will form in your bathing suit area. Please keep it moistened, keep it wiped, and let it grow and blossom into a new penis. This is not a penile enhancement system. If you have an existing penis, do not take this product. This is for people who, for one reason or another, their penis got snapped off. And please take one pill over the next year. It will blossom, maybe not into the identical penis you once had, but some sort of little red thing, little tuber down there. So, welcome back, Jackie. Your cheek blends perfectly with the pink blanket behind you.
Thank you.
Really
thank
is
you,
like a flawless, flawless wool. Yeah. Yes. Okay.
Anyway, guess who has a birthday today?
I'm going to guess it is the birthday of. Who'd you do last week? Carlos Mintz, Curly Howard? No, who'd you do last week? It was
freaking
Bobsters.
Bob Ross.
Bob Ross, tiny little Bob Ross, happy little
Bob
painter.
Ross.
Bob Ross was famous from PBS. I'm gonna go opposite PBS. I'm gonna say Spike TV, and I'm going to say it is the birthday of Adam Carolla.
No,
Okay.
I'm so sorry. You
I
are
don't
way
actually know
wrong.
who's on Spike TV or if it even exists anymore. Okay. Can I do a second raw guess and you can tell me which one is more palatable to your situation?
Yes. Yeah.
Vanna White.
Oh, I think I've guessed her before.
She's kind of the Garfunkel of the Wheel of Fortune, wouldn't you say?
Yes, and no, it is not her birthday.
Okay. And Pat Sajak is like Paul Simon.
Right.
Yeah.
So between Vanna White and who did you guess?
I don't remember. Oh, Adam Carolla.
I would say.
That's kind of a hard one. Do you want me to throw a third in there just to.
Yeah. Adam Carolla, Vanna White, and.
The guy that I was going to say the guy that played Carl Winslow, Reginald Vell Johnson, but I don't want to just do TV people.
I'm just getting Vanna White. I'm just going to say it's more Vanna White.
It's giving Vanna White.
Yeah, but this is a man we're talking about.
Did you know Pat Sajak stepped down?
From?
Public life.
Wow. Good for him.
Did Vanna White stay on the Wheel of Fortune, though?
I think she retired. I think she's like 80 years old.
Not if you ask me.
And this is a man born 5 November 1957.
So he's about 49 years older than me.
Okay.
I was born in 2006.
Singer, songwriter.
We got music in the
musician,
air, kind of like
Aptronym. And Dan, listeners might not know, what is an aptronym?
Welcome to the Happy Birthday Podcast. An aptronym is a name that is suitable to a person's profession or their life in some way, usually their profession, such as if there was let's say the CEO of Apple is Tim Cook, but let's say instead of being the CEO of Apple, he worked in a restaurant, was a cook, Tim Cook.
Yeah.
Or Sam Cooke, the singer, if he worked in a restaurant, Sam Cooke. Aptronyms that we have talked about.
Mr. Baker.
Yeah.
Mr. Baker, Mr.
Singer
Maker,
in this case. And there have been aptronyms that we've talked about before, like, what's an example of one? There was like a, help me out.
There was the ice cream guy named Cone.
Yes,
there was a librarian named Book.
Yes.
I have a neighbor who's a police officer. His last name is Crook. things like that.
Do you think that this is someone that I have heard of by name?
By name, I'm not sure.
But I probably know the music.
You know about the music that he did for sure. Okay. He's kind of iconic in his era.
Part of a band?
Yes.
And when I say band, that doesn't count, like a two-piece folk duo is not a band.
Right. No, this was like a legit band. This was a band. He was the keyboardist in a new wave band.
Oh, I was thinking more like Van Halen style rock from that era, right? Because we're talking probably like early to mid 80s. Are we? Is where we're going here? Probably like long before I was born. Hey.
Right.
Not very long before you were born, I think.
I'm old.
You've been taking acting classes?
No, I'm just old.
I know you are. Oh, golly molly. Let's see here. Keyboardist in a new wave band. Is it the new wave of, what's the one with the guy who blew his head off? Or cut his head off?
John F. Kennedy?
No, Joy Division.
No, it was not Joie Division.
Which is ironic because Ian Curtis could have used a little more joie de vivre in his Joie Division.
Did he blow his head off?
He killed himself some kind of way.
Love will blow my head
But
off.
I don't know if English people blow their heads off. Let's pull that up real quick.
Yeah, they like knife themselves, I think.
What did he do? Born on this day, Kevin Curtis. His middle name was Kevin? I'd have killed myself too.
Kevin?
Blah, blah, blah. Suicide. What did he do? Hung himself.
Yep.
I want to say this to all the Joy Division fans and to Ian Curtis's family.
The band sucked.
Hanging yourself is a coward's way out. You want to do the deed like a gentleman. You get yourself a big old shotgun.
I feel like if someone wants to die, they're really not going to mind if you call them a coward. Just that's my thoughts on that.
It's a fucking coward's way out. Okay.
See ya.
Do I know this band? Is it a band?
Yes.
New wave band. What do we count as new wave?
Keyboards, outfits.
Depeche Mode.
No, but you're in a... I feel like they were maybe a little bit earlier, poppier, famous hairdo. Seagulls.
I don't know the names of the members of Flock of Seagulls. I do know the names of members of other bands. Do you want me to list some of those?
No, let's see if we can get this together.
Okay, I could, though.
So his first name is the same as my dad, and his last name, like I said, is an aptronym.
Mike Keys.
Not Keys.
Michael Piano.
And honestly, it's not so much an aptronym. How do I put this?
Mike Korg.
The type of music that he played would not be considered this, but this is something that a musician makes or writes. Think more cinematic music.
Sir Michael soundtrack? Score!
Another word.
Score!
Score!
Wow! She shoots, she scores.
Score.
Yes, listeners, I did slip one past the goalie. Jackie, how come there's a hockey team in Utah now and they're just called the Utah Hockey Club? What's up with that? Why don't they get a name?
I don't know. I really don't know.
They've had time, right?
I think they were all taken.
It couldn't have been like day of, like they rounded some guys up like, hey, you're in the NHL now. We'll think of a name later.
Yeah.
Okay, so, wow, Michael Score.
Yeah,
And
Score.
apt because, yes, they write musical scores in Flock of Seagulls, and apt that I scored a point by getting his name exactly right. And I think that now might be a nice time for me to back off the mic a little bit and listen to you with your sound of snowplows.
That is right. Michael Gordon Score, born 5 November 1957, is an English singer, songwriter, and musician who achieved fame as the founder, lead vocalist, and keyboardist of the new wave band A Flock of Seagulls. Score became famous for his riffs with a synthesizer, creating unique sounds, which brought a great mark to his style of composition.
Sure.
Mike Score now lives in Florida, USA, with his wife, both of whom travel regularly between the US and Liverpool with their boats. They do this by boat. Didn't know that was possible. Though now completely bald, Score is still known for his iconic hairdo, which is said to have been a failed attempt at David Bowie's Ziggy Stardust shag mullet. It turned out to be more of like a bird hairdo on the side and then blonde swoop towards the front. Dan, how would you describe the flock of seagulls hairdo?
It is like a flock of seagulls themselves. It is sort of a mess of feathers and fluff. And it goes
fluffy.
upwards, but kind of shoots out like as if you hadn't washed your hair, but you also put a lot of product in it, right?
Yeah,
and
it's like spiky.
Kind of like if you accidentally laid in some honey and then stuck your finger in an electrical socket.
Yes, perfect. Yeah. Okay.
Or laid in honey on purpose too. I don't know. I'm not trying to yuck your
Regardless
yum.
of his successes worldwide. Oh, Score Packers. Regardless of his successes worldwide, his ponage of the synth, which is 4 marriages, the hair remains the legacy. And that brings me to a new segment we do on the show every week. Famous hairstyles, who did them?
All right.
Now, Dan, we can either do this one of 2 ways.
Yeah.
I can just go down the list and read all of these famous hairstyles and which celebrity popularized them, or we can turn this into a sort of celebrity guessing game where maybe I describe the hair and you tell me who catalyzed these hairstyles in the zeitgeist.
I say
Not necessarily who wore it first, who made it synonymous with themselves, who gave the most cunt with this hairstyle.
if I am able to vote on which method we use, I would say the Zeitgeist Catalyst Celebrity Guessing Game segment is where we want to do to move forward today with everything we're trying to do. So.
Okay.
And you can paint,
All right, well,
poetry with your words and
let's
do
start
it.
the game.
That'd be
I've
good.
got a list of
be good.
like 40 hairstyles.
Oh!
There's a lot of them. So I guess what I'll do, I can either describe the hair or I can say the celebrity and you describe the hair. What do you think?
Let's try it both ways. Describe the hair first, and I'll see if I can name a celebrity to it. And then,
Okay.
does it help that I grabbed a synthesizer real quick?
I saw that you
hear
did
this?
grab a synthesizer. I can hear that too, yeah. 3 blind mice. So the first hairstyle is sort of a flat top fade. Who popularized the square flat top fade?
Vanilla Ice.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was
Do I get
looking for Kid and Play.
No, but in the pop charts,
That
not
is
the rhythm and
iconic,
blues
though.
charts.
Okay, next up,
Okay.
Art Garfunkel. Describe the hair.
Did you really have that prepared, not knowing it was Art Garfunkel's birthday?
No, I snuck that in there.
Describe his hair. I'm going to say, if you have ever seen a picture of his son on the album cover, songs from a dad to a son, it looks like that. But if you're not familiar with that, first imagine a sort of, like if you were going to make pizza dough, but you don't roll it out yet. It's like a ball of dough. That's his head. It's the ball of dough. And then there are shavings that got stuck on there. Fluffy shavings from a dog got into your pillow or your mattress and pulled a bunch of the fluff out of the cushion from your couch. And that stuck on your dough. In a fluffed fashion.
Next up,
I don't know if I
hairstyle.
got a point for that or not, but...
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
No, that was vivid.
Okay.
Vivid. That was vivid. Next up, this is a hairstyle that was popularized by a member of a TV sitcom. This is a woman's hairstyle with long layers. Long layers and a little tiny bit of a swoopy bang. Who am I talking about, Dan?
Sitcom. Sounds like you're talking about Farrah Fawcett.
I'm sorry.
No, let me get another
Farrah Fawcett was not on a sitcom.
That's what I was going to
Farrah
say, was
Fawcett-
you were wrong about that.
You're not listening. This person had long, straight hair with long layers that were very wispy at the bottom and a little bit of a bang.
Okay.
She was on a sitcom.
I know
and
who you're
this
talking
was
about now.
named after her character on the sitcom.
And I want to say you're being a little presumptuous that just because I was visually looking downward and punching in buttons on my Casio keyboard does not mean that I was not listening when you were trying to give you the hint of Jennifer Aniston.
And tell me what the haircut is
The
called.
Joey.
The Rachel.
Fuck!
Okay. Next up,
Wait,
this one's tricky.
I just played the Friends theme song. Did you hear that?
No.
Go ahead.
Next up, we have a fluffy red hairdo. It's very long, curly, red, fluffy hair. Who am I talking about?
Annie.
Long and fluffy. And red.
Was she on, did she sing on NBC's Saturday Night Live last night?
No.
No. Okay, so not JoJo Siwa. Let me see here. Curly
Talking
lip.
about a man.
When did you say that?
I just said it.
Bozo?
I'm sorry, no.
Very fine.
Big, red, poofy, curly hair.
Art Garfunkel.
This guy is named after his hair.
Red?
Mm-hmm.
Skeleton.
No, it's not red anything. It's just the hair is red.
Carrot Top.
Carrot Top. Okay, this next one's tricky.
That was the
Listen
wrong
up.
song. I'm listening.
Red, curly hair, but bald in the middle.
Three Stooges member Larry Fine.
No.
You said curly butt? Curly is a butt.
Long, red, curly hair, but bald in the middle.
This is a man?
You already said it.
Art Garfunkel. No, because you already did. I take that back. Lady listeners, if you have long curly hair and bald in the middle, please send us your pictures. CityByLakeJewelry.com. La la la. Long hair hanging down?
Red, curly hair.
Bozo.
Bozo the Clown.
Yay! Okay.
Okay. Now, this next one.
I'm here with you.
This next one's not so much about head hair as it is facial hair.
I'm listening.
We're talking about a toothbrush mustache. Who made that iconic?
My toothbrush auntie is talking about a toothbrush mustache. A lot of people might associate it with kind of the original bad boy of World War II, Adolf Hitler, who I disagree with on many policy decisions. Some might even imagine the heftier half of the great Laurel and Hardy, Oliver Hardy. But I don't think that's who you're talking about. I think we're going to go a little bit back into the past to original SNL cast member from 100 years ago, Sir Charlie Chaplin.
That is correct. Charlie Chaplin's mustache.
And Charlie Chaplin once entered a Timothy Chalamet lookalike contest and came in first.
First place. All right, next
I'm doing
up.
pretty good. I got 10 points, I think.
You've also already mentioned this person's name.
I'm going to keep naming
This
names.
is a long, flowy haircut with lots of short layers.
Farrah Fawcett.
Farrah Fawcett.
Have you ever seen that iconic picture of her?
Yeah. Next up, bald, clean-shaven head. Who made that famous?
You see it everywhere these days, don't you?
With
Josh Limata.
one earring.
Here's where you're messing me up. Oh, excuse me. Here's where you're messing me up. I was going to go back to my favorite three-piece comedy duo and say Curly Howitz from the Three Stooges, but then you say the one earring. I'm thinking
Right.
Curly had two earrings.
Yeah. Famously, yeah.
So I might have to go with someone that you would find in the medicine, or not medicine cabinet, this thing under your sink where you have the cleaner things in there, and Aptronym himself, a man with an aptronym, Mr. Clean. I'm going to say Mr.
That
Clean.
is correct, Mr. Clean. I also would have accepted Howie Mandel.
Oh, can I ask you this? What? Would you drop something?
I don't know.
Can I ask you something?
Mm-hmm.
Is Mr. Clean gay?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
All
I thought
right.
he looked gay to me, but
This famous hairstyle. I'll tell you the person you described the hair. How's that sound?
yep.
Edgar Winter.
Well, first of all, I'll tell you that I saw him as part of the Ringo Starr Super Spreader event, and he did a lot of talking off stage, and he literally talks like this. Look up videos of him, and he said, now, there's a song that I recorded back in 1976 called Frankenstein. Don't worry, there's not going to be any monsters here. We're just going to play a song called Frankenstein. And while he's saying this, listeners, I was looking at a 70-year-old man who was about 7 feet tall with 7 feet of long, straight white hair. Long, straight white hair.
Long, straight white hair. That's correct.
How does Frankenstein go? It's like...
Be my Frankenstein.
Be my Frankenstein. Got a bolt in my neck, 10 miles wide. She's my Frankenstein. I'm sorry. Sorry, we have a different song we have to get back to. You go
Okay,
ahead.
here's a hairdo for you to guess who made it famous. This is like a coiffed pompadour.
Here we go. This is the setting I was looking for. Elvis.
Elvis Presley.
Wow.
Yes.
And this is his song, You Ain't Nothing But a Hound Dog, Crying at My Feet. Why is it so goddamn quiet? Can you hear it?
Okay, next up we have a woman who is famous for her long cornrow braids. Who are we talking about? And she also has an aptronym. Very, very aptronym.
Rachel Dolezal. No. That's not-
Aptronym.
Cornrow hair?
Long cornrows.
That freaky new age girl from TikTok. It's like, I've been talking to the aliens. Right? Remember her?
She has dreads.
Cornrows.
Or locks. She has like matted hair. Cornrows like braids close to the scalp and then long braid. And she has an aptronym.
Oh, it's not related to her hair. But what she does.
Yep. And you were just doing it.
Keyboard? Alicia Keys!
Alicia Keys! That's correct. The answer was Alicia Keys braids. Okay. This is one that I talked about in the earlier segment about how the Flock of Seagulls guy was trying to do his hair, but he messed it up. This is a famous mullet.
Mullet. I will say, so we're looking for like the original mullet, the first mullet?
No, that goes way back. This is just a very famous shag mullet, and I've already mentioned it in this segment once before. This was what the Flock of Seagulls guy, Mike Score, was trying to emulate when he came up with his famous haircut.
70s Paul McCartney.
Ziggy Stardust.
Oh, you
Ziggy
said
Stardust.
that! Ziggy Stardust is not a real person.
David Bowie's Ziggy Stardust is the answer.
Oh, right. Okay. I forgot his full name was David Bowie Ziggy Stardust. Okay, fine. All right. Give me a
Next
couple
up-
more of these.
Next up, we're talking about a different mullet. We're talking about a 1980s iconic mullet. Who made the 80s mullet iconic?
Can you give me
We're talking-
This is well before my time. Listeners, they're to the 80s as well before
We're talking business in the front, party in the back.
Right.
Long ass mullet, honky tonk man. Famous daughter.
I'm going to flag you for misinfotainment right now. Because you said the 80s, right?
Yeah, he was around in the 80s.
I think he was known for a song in the early 90s called Ick. a break a heart.
That is correct.
Billy Ray Cyrus!
Cyrus's mullet. Okay, next up we have a famous presidential skullet from the 1700s.
Don't make me fart. I really gotta fart. Who?
Next up we have a famous presidential skullet from the 1700s. I'm talking no hair on top, long hair on bottom. It's a face I see every day.
I think I have to flag you again.
What?
I think you're talking about Benjamin Franklin.
Yeah, he was born in the 1700s.
Jackie?
Was he not a president? Did he not have a skullet?
He had a
Wait,
skullet.
he wasn't a president?
He was not a president. Are you admitting this
Oh yeah,
on air?
he invented the kite.
He invented the kite. Yes. And he did a classic prank with his son where he said, go fly a kite.
Right.
He was not a president, but he's on the biggest amount of money ever. You see 100...
What was he? Just a scientist?
Not even that. He was just like
America
a...
doesn't even believe in that. Oh,
he was
founding
like a,
father.
He was like a bon vivant.
Bonnie Vaughn.
Yeah.
Bonnie Bear. Shout out. Cold,
Okay.
cold winter.
You said you have 20
Okay.
more of these?
I literally do. So next up,
We might have to finish this in the... Go ahead.
this is Anna Wintour's Bob. Go ahead and describe that for us.
Red... Wait, no, hold on a second. Anna Wintour's Bob. Blonde, black, and red all over.
This is like a jaw length, straight cut bob, and very sharply straight.
I'm gonna look that up real quick. I don't know her.
Middle part. Imagine the lady from
this lady.
The Incredibles.
I don't. You lost me. You lost me, listeners. I hope that you're with Jackie on this because I'm gone.
Edna Mode from The Incredibles.
Never seen The Incredibles.
Jesus Christ.
I was too young when it came out. I wasn't allowed to go see it. They said
All
that
right.
CGI lady's booty is too big. You're gonna need some penile replacement surgery after that. So
Next up, we have Angela Davis. What was her iconic hairdo?
was it a natural?
I believe it's called an afro.
I believe it was also commonly referred to at the time as a natural.
Famous. Natural.
Big natural.
Big naturals.
Kind of the like the ladies' version of the Garfunkel, you might say.
Next up, we have...
Can we call Angela
famous-
Davis the female Art Garfunkel? I mean...
Of course.
Yes, thank you.
Next up, we have a famous hairdo that was popularized by 5 men.
Bowl cut?
Er-
Bowl cut? Yeah, count these guys up again. Eric Clapton was not a Beatle, if that's what you're thinking.
Is it 4 or 5?
We're counting Zeppo or what?
Ringo, John Paul, George, Ringo, John Paul, George.
Yeah, there's 5. There's like a few more you're forgetting.
Anyway,
The frickin' my haircut in elementary school.
Mop Top. Is
Yes,
the term I'm
okay,
looking
thank
for.
you. Which, Jackie, a reminder, as a small restaurant owner, you need to order some new mop heads from Cisco. Seriously, you'll be glad to have a backup when you don't.
Next
think you need
up, we have a
Jackie doesn't have a backup
blue-
mop head.
A really tall blue, almost like it's like really tall and blue.
Okay. You got me thinking popsicles. You've got me thinking Blue Man Group. You've got me thinking the fat guy from Monsters, Inc. No offense, but that's his name. The character's name is the fat guy from Monsters, Inc. But I don't think it's Mike Wazowski. I think
No.
it is. My mom. It's my mom, Marge Simpson.
It's Marge.
I'm
It's
Marge
Marge
Simpson.
Sampson.
Who the hell are
Yep.
you? Yeah.
She had the big blue. Okay,
We call her Big Blue.
got 40 more.
Blue Waffle?
This is a
Jackie Blue Waffle.
fantasy character who is known for her long blonde hair. So long.
Oh, yeah. What do you say about this story? It's a princess. Was she a princess? And she's kept alone in like a kind of a
Princess locked in a tower.
like a single
yeah.
twin tower sort of thing.
Yeah.
And she has this guy that she's seeing, but she's locked up in there, so she can't see him. And the guy comes to the window and he's like, "Yo, no cap, I'm ready to fucking..." What do young people say for like eating
Rizzler.
ass? I'm gonna rizz your
Gibbity.
jizzler.
Gat.
I'm gonna rizz your gat. And I brought along a double chocolate chip cookie. Boom, 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 boom. Rapunzel!
Rapunzel. Okay.
Which is, coincidentally, a Flock of Seagulls song. Jackie, do you know that one?
Rapunzel, let down your hair.
Rapunzel. Let down your golden hair. Well, you're in your tower, but I don't care. I looked at Rapunzel, she was looking at me. I said, hey, Rapunzel, you're looking at me, Rapunzel. Yeah.
Next up, we have a woman who, if you look at her, she will turn you to stone. What does her hair look like?
Snakes!
Snakes. We're talking Medusa. Next up, we have Killmonger locks. Can you describe to us what Killmonger locks look like?
No, I sure can't.
Killmonger is a character from Wakanda.
I've seen that.
He has locks on the top of his head in kind of a ponytail off the side, and then it's like a tight fade to skin in the back. And pretty much every modern black video game character has the Killmonger lock hairdo.
Well,
it's like a meme. Like a non-meme.
All right. Well, you know what? I thought that I was checking out some of the fresh memes online, but it seems that I've been missing some of the... Jackie's more on like gaming memes. Jackie looks like gaming
like social
memes.
justice gaming and stuff like that. And then
I'm
next
more
up
like,
we have... This is a princess from outer space.
Leia!
And
Cinnamon
tell me
bun.
about her.
Cinnamon bun.
Yes,
Cinnamon bun.
cinnamon bun. Next up, this guy kind of could be like a Simon Garfunkel of the science world. Art Garfunkel of the science world.
Albert Einstein.
Albert Einstein. Next up, we have another square, flat top into a skin fade. We're talking like eraser square. This is a woman's hairdo. Who am I talking about?
Who's the lady? God damn it, Grace Jones.
Grace Jones.
Nice.
Square flat top.
I'm sorry.
Okay,
I
next we
swore.
have a pinup girl with black bangs. Who am I talking about?
Was she on blackbangs.com?
I don't know about that.
Okay. They probably didn't have that back then.
Yeah, I don't think they had
I'm gonna
that
say
back then.
Betty Page. I'm gonna
Betty
say
Page. Okay. Next up, we have a famous bald woman.
Oh God, I'm not gonna say her name. Rest in piss. I'm a Catholic born and reared. Yeah.
Sinead O'Connor.
I just didn't know how to say her name.
Next, we have another famous bald woman, a pop star who shaved her head in a manic episode. Who had that famous hairdo?
I'm gonna say it is current prisoner Britney Spears.
Free Britney.
Yes.
Okay.
I say
four
fucking
more.
give her the chair. Give her the chair. Give Britney the chair. Can we make that as HBD merchandise?
No. Oh, I had another idea for merchandise. Laminated presidential lists.
We have probably about 10 to 20 items in our mental storehouse for merchandise. I think this Christmas season, let's print it up. Let's get it going. It's a new era. My Ethernet cable is plugged in. We're ready to rock.
Okay, four more.
Okay.
Next up, we have a woman running on the beach with like a Caribbean cornrow situation with beads.
Bo Diddley. Bo Derek.
Bo Diddley's daughter, Bo Derek.
Yes.
That is correct. Okay, who iconified the lime green ghost roots with black hair?
This is so hard for me. I have something I need to say right now before we move forward.
Yeah.
Since you mentioned Bo Diddley's daughter,
Yeah.
I have a thought I want to share. There's one book that's written about him. I have extremely mixed feelings about it. I have a thought that I want to share about it. Should I save that for later?
Yes.
Okay. It's not going to take me long to say
I'm
it.
still doing my thing.
Okay.
So, okay.
Green?
Green ghost roots with black hair. Iconic. Who is she?
What is ghost roots?
Ghost roots is when instead of your hair growing in dark at the roots, you have dark hair and then it's light at the roots.
You have that.
I did do that one time.
You have it.
No, I don't.
Do you like my little? Can you see my little gray patch on the Zoom screen?
No. That's nice.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Billie Eilish is the answer I'm looking for. Billie Eilish.
Not iconic at all.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Type in green ghost roots on Google and tell me what shows up.
All right, 1 second.
And put the parental blocker on.
I got a nude photograph of Betty Page on blackbangs.com.
Blackbangs.com.
Actually, Billie Eilish is like the 10th person in this Google image search list. Oh, I see what you're talking about. You just didn't describe it correctly.
They're called ghost roots.
I didn't know what that was. You should have said.
Next up.
You should have said this is Billie Eilish's haircut. Or
Next
style.
up, we have the Beehive, who in modern times popularized and iconized the Beehive. I'm not talking Marge Simpson, because we already did her blue beehive. This is a black hair beehive.
Ooh, I was going to say a red hair beehive. Do you know who red hair beehive I think about?
Lana Del Rey?
No.
Oh.
You can't wear that at Waffle House.
The mom from
The B-52s.
Married with Killmonger's mom.
Yes.
Yes.
No. Shout out the guy from Married with Children and the woman from it too.
Yeah.
Black beehive. Can I ask you this? And I don't mean this to be like gross or upsetting for anyone to hear, but does she have huge boobs?
No, she was very small because she did a lot of drugs.
Oh.
And then she died.
Oh.
Sang really good, though.
Oh.
Maybe an aptronym.
Amy.
Yes.
Yes. Amy Winehouse.
Yes, Amy Winehouse.
I was thinking
And
about
last,
Elvira, Prince of Darkness. Princess
but
of
not
Darkness.
least- Oh, yeah. That would have worked, too. She got big.
That's why I said huge tits. Yeah. Big
Last but
tits.
not
Big
least,
names. I saw a picture, a
we
recent
have
picture
a-
of her, and she was still looking good. She's like 75 and still.
male pop star with frosted tips. Who made that famous?
Since this is the last one, can I try to sing one of his iconic songs?
Yes.
Okay. Let me know if you can hear this, because I need this. Keyboard seems kind of quiet. Hold on a second. Then we got to get back to our song, too. Hold on a second. I'm warming up. That's not the song. Can you hear that?
Yeah.
I just want to fly. Put your arms around me, baby. Put your arms
Wow,
around
that's
me.
actually not what I was thinking. I'm thinking boy band pop star. Frosted Tips boy band pop star. Iconic. Iconic Frosted Tip boy band
That was
pop
my guess.
star. Correct answer is
Wait. This is the last one. Is he a Backstreet Boy?
yeah. No. Nope. Other one.
Justin Timberlake?
Yeah, Dustin.
He didn't have frosted tits. Tips?
Yeah, big time. That was his thing. He
Frosted
had
tits?
the
Do we
ramen-
have room for that in Sound of Snow?
He had the ramen hair.
Yeah, he had like the original sort of Gen Z friggin' what's his name? Who's the
Rizzler.
Curly Lambo hair, I want to say. Okay.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah, so happy birthday to Mike Score from A Flock of Seagulls.
and I have to go deposit a flock of urine in my restroom, and when we come back, we will close out the show by continuing to work on the sound of snowplows, or we've been going for a long time already. We cut it now. We head over to the Patreon. You want to hear the rest of this crap? You got to become a patron. How about that?
Yeah, I like that.
Okay,
I like that.
let me go bathroom. Here's my thing. I don't think I want any more coffee, though I might take some
No.
more coffee. Well, don't say no like that.
No. I'm going to get some more tea. I'm going to dump this tea, dump my pee, and then get some more tea.
So this was a slightly unusual episode of the Happy Birthday Podcast, but the thing is, it is election day. We have things to do today. You
Everyone's
should not be listening to
Paul's
this.
voting. The wild card guest is voting. The balloon guy is voting.
Kamala Harris is... Paul's not going to vote, and Kamala Harris will lose Michigan by 1 vote. But I get it.
Okay.
I get it.
Heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord, but you don't really care for music, do you? Well, it goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall and the major lift, the baffled king composing hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Maybe I've been here before. I've seen this room and I've walked this floor. I used to live alone before I knew you. I've seen your flag on the marble arch, and love is not a victory march. It's a cold and it's a broken hallelujah. I did my best, it wasn't much. I couldn't feel, so I tried to touch. I told the truth, I didn't come to fool you. And even though it all went wrong, I'll stand before the Lord of Song with nothing on my tongue but hallelujah. I'm